The Earth is calling out to us, louder than ever before. We are running out of time. The climate crisis isn't a distant threat. It's here. It's impacting our communities, ecosystems, and the future of humanity. From unprecedented heat waves to rising sea levels, the evidence is undeniable, and so is our responsibility. This video is more than a wake-up call. It's a rallying cry. Together we have the power to change the story. It all starts with awareness, action, and hope. Let's explore the challenges we face and the solutions we can create. The climate crisis affects us all. Now, let's be part of the solution. There are organizations everywhere fighting for the betterment of the planet. Grassroots movements, local groups, and passionate individuals all coming together to make a difference. For instance, here on Long Island, Operation Splash is a volunteer-based organization that is dedicated to keeping Long Island's waters clean. Since its start in 1990, Splash members have removed more than 3 million pounds of trash from the water around Long Island. Their strong advocacy has influenced local environmental legislation that aims to improve and preserve marine environments across the island. To better understand what Operation Splash does, we had the opportunity to discuss its mission with its president, Rob Weltner.
You're welcome so much. My name is Robert Weltner, president of Operation Splash for 25 years and head aquagarbologist at Operation Splash. There's really no way we can tell people why they should care about it unless they care. Unless they're good people and caring people. Like most people, they're going through their day just trying to survive a lot of times, and they don't understand how to let somebody else take care of it. And that was kind of what happened with me. I was working as a construction worker. I was working hard, paying my taxes, raising a family, paying a mortgage, thinking that all my money that I was paying in taxes was going towards making sure that everything was being taken care of in the environment, with infrastructure. There's got to be smart people out there, right? I'm not, not the sharpest knife, as they say, which is fine. I mean, we've had.
I'm sure there's many.
The most memorable thing is, like I said, I'm talking to you guys, and it's nice and blah 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 blah. I'm running on, but when we have a very important emotional film that we show people when they come here. It's called Saving Inky.
Oh.
And it was made in 94, 95, and you can look it up on YouTube.
So we're going to have a wet team today and a dry team. You all know who you are. Catching the animal will be myself, Will, and Christine, so that we can move the animal quickly and efficiently. Again, the goal is to have the shortest amount of water-to-water time.
From the beginning, no one had expected her to live. Each hour that passed was further proof of her hard-fought struggle for survival. And each hour that passed brought the little whale they came to call Inky one step closer to returning home. She was about to embark on an exhausting 4-hour flight. For Inky, it was one more step in a remarkable journey. A journey that had begun 5 months earlier on a beach in New Jersey.
We show people that film, and then we take them out to pick up garbage, changed up.
Absolutely.
Every cleanup that we have is kind of starts that way, unless we're going to a park to do something, then it's not feasible. But most of the times when it's a Splash sponsored cleanup, we get the people in here first, show them that film, show them our mural and explain how things work. And then we take them out and they see all the trash out there that, they're all memorable, because every single time we come back, they're like, I had no idea. Yeah, no, every second grader in Freeport schools comes here. We go to their schools all year long, and then they come here for their big fun day. Take them out on a boat.
Mhm.
We have them build models and houses and landscapes and seascapes, and then we do a nice walk up and down the canal. We show them the lighthouse. Take them to a fish market. They have to identify fish on their paper. It's evolved to a pretty good program, and I said that's how we intend to change people's perception by educating and letting them know. I said Long Island is smart. You give them the clues.
Mhm.
Hopefully they'll pick up on it. Just in Freeport. Everything runs kind of out of here.
Yeah.
Like I said, the village of Freeport and the mayor, they're good partners with us.
Mhm.
I mean, they understand the good work we do.
Yeah.
And, we're very, very lucky to have this facility. Great people, but everything gets run out of Freeport. I think it's incredible that one woman, and her father, Al, started Splash in 1990.
Yeah.
And one person kind of kicked it off the ground, made it float. And, she was around for a couple of years. She did amazing things, got things going. Then another gentleman, Tony Tarantino, took it over. And then I was lucky enough to get be president. I had my own group going. It's called Bring Back the Bay. We were kind of pirates out there. We were commercial fishermen, baymen, divers. We were kind of we were more interested in other things, like wastewater treatment plants and stormwater runoff. But then I met Tony and Joanne, and like, this is a perfect fit for us. So we merged the two groups together, and so here we are. Talk's cheap. So at Splash, we can complain and you can yell and say this and that and the other thing, but we actually do something about it.
Mhm.
And you got to do something about it. We always tell people, put down your phones, put down your remote controls, get off your duffs, get off your couch, and go out and do something. Don't just complain. Talk's cheap, man. And that's what we do at Splash. We go out and we pick up garbage. We do everything we have to do to try to help. So you can't be on the sideline. You got to be involved.
No.
You want to go to a protest? Go to a protest. Whether it's for oil or not, just do something.
Mhm.
Operation Splash isn't working alone. The spirit of environmental action has inspired people all over Long Island, including students here at Adelphi University. The Environmental Action Coalition is a passionate student-led club that is taking the fight for a cleaner planet in their own hands. The EAC is dedicated to advancing education, sustainability, and environmental equity for everyone. They take part in a wide range of volunteer opportunities and community initiatives across Long Island. At the heart of the EAC is a team of passionate students driving the mission forward. To give us a closer look at the club's vision and effort, we were able to sit down with the president of the Environmental Action Coalition, Jose.
I'm here with Jose, and he's the president of the Environmental Action Coalition Club. So I'm here today to talk about the importance of environmental sustainability and protecting the environment. So I know that Adelphi has this club, and not many people know about it. Not many people are in it or contribute to it. And I was hoping that this would be an opportunity to expand it and bring more people to the cause.
The Environmental Action Coalition is really an organization to, engage the community, to bring out the conversation with people, to take a closer look at what their environment is and how it's impacting the different communities, especially around Adelphi, Long Island. Going into that, we also participate in a lot of, community service, looking into, preserving, even our local ecosystems, keeping it more native, and pretty much taking away, all the invasive species. The Environmental Action Coalition, like I said, I've always been interested about the environment.
Yeah.
I actually used to attend the charter school. The charter school was green driven. Its name is Evergreen Charter School, so you can probably see the correlation there. And I guess ever since then, it just stuck with me, right? I really felt inspired, to change people's lives
Yeah.
through looking at the environment. I have since beginning, I pretty much had that initial idea that the environment affects people of all different types of lifestyles, and it'll
Absolutely.
continue to do so if we don't do anything about it. I think the most rewarding part is, giving back to communities. I've always lived in a community that's a little bit more, let's say, low income, a little bit less, it's a minority community, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And I feel like as being part of the club, I am able to give back to the community, make it a better place than what it is, and basically create change, which is what I always loved about being in a leadership position. That's hard. I think when it comes to climate and the overall environment, definitely a lot more transparency when it comes from the college.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's like a few websites out there that talks about the environment and all that, but we don't see, concrete
Yeah.
pieces of detail. We don't
Yeah.
see, divestment is kind of like we're not sure where the money's coming from, right? And so definitely a lot more transparency from the college itself. I think definitely don't be afraid to go reach out, right? Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to go talk to people, right? I personally, when I first came to the school, I didn't attend any clubs. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I think when looking at the environmental perspective, we need to definitely get a control of the social aspects.
Mhm.
One of the things I've always said is that the environmental movement isn't exactly a movement that's meant to protect the earth. Protecting the earth is more like a byproduct of what it's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
The environmental movement is more to, go advocate for people so that people can live more comfortable, fuller lives that aren't affected by, pollution,
Yeah.
by possibly, more health disease because of the environment they live in. Definitely, I would say the coming climate crisis, right? So far, it's definitely the focus of the green movement, but I want to specifically go into a bit of environmental racism, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a bunch of communities that are just surrounded by factories, by
Injustice,
energy
yeah.
production, and it's proportionately more impacting of African American communities, Hispanic
Minorities, yeah.
communities. And so, definitely looking into the climate crisis, but also taking into perspective how it's affecting, these minority populations. I guess one message is simply, um, definitely, if you want to live your life to your fullest, right? If you want to live your life more worry-free, right? It's definitely very important to go advocate, go to your local government institutions and see what a larger movement can do for you, because sometimes staying quiet is often the biggest mistake you can probably do for
Yeah.
yourself.
It's the silent killer.
Yeah,
Take action.
exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.